I hold about 7 certificates and degrees altogether, and I am 25 years old. Still people ask me if I'm on OnlyFans on Instagram, and I just have 4,000 followers. Like, I don't even have that much. And it's very funny to me that probably just by the way I look and because I'm on Instagram and based upon what I wear, dudes are like, oh, she must have an OnlyFans because I'm a girl. And then there's like people defending like how all men are like not like that. But I also see like the most of the chatter about OnlyFans and how it's bad and it's not really empowering to women is done by men who are looking to weaponize OnlyFans against women to make it another form of sexual assault or verbal abuse or emotional abuse, things like that. You either insult the people who are on OnlyFans by dropping in some of the sprinkles of actual valid points and just use it as an insult, like we see on like the podcast bros and like red pill dudes and like people like that, or even just Instagram comments where I see people going OnlyFans detected, opinion rejected. Pretty much like how Indian people were supporting war crimes by certain people. And one of the dudes went full on insult mode on me. And very important point that he pointed out to me that stuck by me was you literally post your own pics. You're not allowed to speak on that. Pretty much like if any woman does anything that's current, internet has been around for more than 20 years. But if I'm using social media, I'm not allowed to speak, basically, according to that dude. So it's funny to me how men sprinkle in a little bit of common sense, just 1% of common sense, but use it as an insult. If I don't have OnlyFans, it's pretty much like, you're doing this, you might as well just be you're a whore. Like, you're a whore just because you exist, blah, blah. But if someone does have an OnlyFans, it's like, you're not empowered. You're a whore. Your opinion is not accepted. Fine, like, your opinion rejected, actually. But OnlyFans is pretty much used as a weapon against people who do OnlyFans and don't do OnlyFans. Valid point that is used in OnlyFans is that it's not empowering. No, if you're doing OnlyFans, it's not empowering at all. The energy that you're projecting yourself to as a woman for monetary gain is highly dangerous. Highly dangerous. Whether who's watching you and giving you that energy by watching you is a creep, or the person you're doing with that is a creep. And in the places of porn and OnlyFans, it's always like that. Like, there's no reason at all for anyone else to be watching you doing that. None whatsoever. Except for money. We live in a capitalistic world. And in this world, women are not easily hired. Coming from me, I know that, and I'm not going to accept any man's opinion on that. Like, you might as well just shut the fuck up in this case. Because I am highly educated. And I had trouble finding jobs. I'm not even gonna listen to any dude say anything about this. So, when you are in a situation where finances are being used to abuse you, many times you don't have any choice but to do things like these. 100%. 100%. It's very, very valid to want control in at least one aspect of your life so that you can escape another devastating aspect of your life. And many people, for example, let's take Cardi B for example. She did what she did and she made out of it. Many people do that, but we don't hear many stories like that because there's a certain level of shame attached to it, and where many people who have this kind of past don't want to bring it out to light because of people, disgusting, filthy people who weaponize it against them, who don't do anything on their own in life, or everything is served on a platter to them. Or worse yet, are unhappy in their own self, so they want to abuse other people. But there's also another aspect to OnlyFans people where these women gaslight their own self, thinking that they have any authority in their own life apart from finances. Which is understandable, but like, you as an OnlyFans model, when you say that it is empowering, that's a very dangerous thing to say. Because there are vulnerable people out there who might not be abused like that, but just want money and will do that and get into disgusting, trappy sort of situations. Because, like, how many people on OnlyFans are famous like that? Not many. Are rich like that? Not many. But showing your body, when you're not showing your body like that, right, you're still abused. The kind of abuse that one is projected to, especially as a woman, by doing things like that, insane. Like, there's no end to it. It is pure filth. Unless that woman is like highly protected in herself. I am pretty sure there are many OnlyFans people who know how to protect themselves. Good for them. Most of us don't, as women. Even in life, that is not on that sort of situation. So on OnlyFans and like in general sex industry, I cannot even imagine how many women are roaming around with no protection and how dangerous those situations must be. So it's a separate issue on its own that you have found autonomy in your own physical self, in your own financial self. It's a life path of your own. You'll have to go through things you'll figure out on your own. But to tell other people that they should do it too is not a good thing. I'm sorry. It's a horrible thing to do. Because you as a person should know. And I am 100% sure that so many of you women who work in this industry, I'm not very much in touch with this industry or the Red Pill podcaster bullshit. I'm not sure if OnlyFans is still a thing like it used to be when it started, or if the hype in the porn industry in general is like that still, especially after that Andrew Tate guy and all those people were gone. I don't know if it still exists, but if it does, like, it's a horrible thing to do to other women. And I know why some of those women do that. I know half of those women, or like certain percentage of those women, genuinely believe that they have some sort of authority on their own self because they have brainwashed themselves into thinking that way just to escape the pain. But I know there's a small percentage of women, or maybe more, who know that they have trapped themselves and they want other people trapped as well, just because they don't want to deal with it alone, just because they don't want to be the only one suffering. And that's a filthy, disgusting mentality to have. A disgusting human being does that. Just because I'm abused, I want other people to be abused as well. What kind of a devilish person are you? I'm not even gonna, like, there are two separate things, right? Men who say that because they want to be abusive themselves. So they're gonna sprinkle this little bit of truth that these women are not really happy, but then go and abuse other people using this as a weapon. But coming from me, I am telling you, as a person, if anyone, I know I'm not that famous right now, I might as well not reach, like, probably this video is gonna hit like 20 people. I don't know. But if you, as a young teenager, is thinking about going into this industry in any shape, way, or form, whether it's just posting thirst traps, like in your, I don't know, no clothes at all on social media for money to people, whether it's you allowing your boyfriend to, take videos of you, things like that, don't do that. I have had people blackmail me and stuff with pictures um of me that I didn't even allow them to have, by the way. Like that. I never allowed it. But they did that. I never allowed anyone, like, there's a basic trust that you have in a person, right? When, even if you're just exchanging pictures with your partner, which was a thing when it started. I don't know if it's still a thing or if people have that sort of social literacy. But when social media started, there was a thing where people were just exchanging pictures. I'm gonna give my picture to the one. And then revenge porn sort of thing happened. And I definitely did come to my senses where, oh, this is a thing too now. I don't know if it's still a thing where people exchange their pictures and like revenge porn happens, things like that. But when you give the right to people to have it, the ways and those things can be misused is insane. Like, even I know, like, when I started posting my pictures on social media, I had like 79, 80 followers. Someone came to my messages and told me and showed me a video recording of how my pictures were being used on Telegram, where people used to organize like fapping to my pictures. And it's weird to me because they were all guys and they were watching each other. That's gay as hell, but okay, like, whatever. It doesn't bother me, but I know how many people it will bother. It would destroy mental health. It doesn't bother me because I have other reasons why it doesn't bother me. See, at a certain point in time, as a human being, especially as an oppressed person or an oppressed group, minority, whatever, and I'm gonna talk in the point of view of a woman, there comes a time where you dissociate with your body. The only people who will see you as just a body on a physical level, wherein they will see you as a woman and not as a soul, will be low vibrational, disgusting people, or low vibrational people who have not had awareness. When you become an aware person, whether you just get your frontal lobe developed at like 25, 30, or whether you do achieve consciousness, whatever, right? There will come a point in your life where you will not dissociate, like decenter your body essentially. So you will work with not just 3 dimension. You will work on a spiritual level, you will work on a social level, you will work on a soul level, and you will work when all these 5D, 3D, 4D realities together, right? At that point in time, these things won't matter. If someone says things about you, if someone spreads your naked pictures, if someone makes revenge porn on you, things like that. Like, I mean, you see things, singers like Megan Thee Stallion, right? Um, she has gone through so much in her life, and people betrayed her to almost death. Someone tried to, she almost died, and people were cheering for the guy who almost killed her. Those types of things make people open their eyes, and they're at that point in time, other people, whatever they do, doesn't matter. And that point in time will come sooner or later when women will dissociate so much from this social media porn bullshit, the shame around their bodies, and what it has done, and the power it has given to abusers, down outright from creating porn to watching porn to using porn to abuse women, whether it's just calling them whores or actually doing revenge porn, actually calling you a slut for doing your thing, things like that. It will happen with AI. People will create deep fakes of everyone. From like AI, the whole reason why people are scared of AI is because of that. One of the major ones. And at that point in reality, it will happen so that people will be like not giving a fuck anymore. Oh, I saw your deepfake. Or I saw your picture like that. It wasn't me. Cool. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? But that time has yet to come. People need to adjust to that, right? The abusers will realize they don't have any power anymore in that area. But you'll have to get comfortable with like understanding that these people are just yapping. Yap, 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 yap. For that, you need to have a strong self-concept. You need to know that your reputation comes from within you, not from anyone else. Let them call you whatever. If you want to get mad once in a while, or if you're already in, like what I do is, if I'm already in a mad mood, if I'm already in a bad mood, and someone says some really vulgar shit to me, I take it out all on them. You caught me on a bad day, guy. Things like that. And it's not even unjustified, because who the hell are you trying right now? You just caught me on a bad day, that's your fault. Obviously. Yeah, because whom are you trying to call a whore for what? Things like that, But I don't think we are at that place right now. So doing Onlyfans, doing porn, I don't know, like for whom? Like, it's understandable if you have to do it because you have no other choice left. 100% understandable. Okay? 100%. But it's a very easy access for abusers to destroy you. So unless like you really need that, it's fine. Definitely don't deserve abuse. Like, what the fuck? That's low level filthy rat shit. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, this is the reality that we live in, bro. So when you say that it's empowering, you are telling a 17-year-old girl who's about to turn 18 that she can now do that. By the way, the consent age of 18, that's another bullshit to me. But that's how it goes. When you say things like that, that is empowering just because you want to believe in it. And maybe even it is to you. That's not the reality for everyone. People are stupid. People are naive. They're going to listen to you and they're going to go, oh, I'm going to be rich. Oh, I'm going to have my own home in fucking New York by 25 in like the biggest, most amazing mansion. Don't be telling people that a path that you chose, which could have been abusive and isn't to you, that it's a good path to have for everyone. It was just good for you because you were lucky. And maybe even smart. Because you found ways in which it wasn't abusive. 100%. Many OnlyFans people, many sex workers are incredibly smart women. Incredibly. But not everyone is. And a side note to the dudes who weaponize this as, oh, I'm trying to help women, and then say all kinds of filthy things to them because they're OnlyFans models. Fuck y'all. You're disgusting, outright rats. Because who made the laws to not let women have jobs? And now we're just working out through it, bro. And some people cannot handle that. I was lucky I got this kind of education. Very fucking lucky. You all don't get to say, shut up.